The left side of the brain is typically associated with things like logical thinking, rational thinking, pragmatic, utilitarian type of skills, whereas the right side of the brain is associated with emotion, art, intuition, feelings, etc. The left side of the brain is very ordered, structured, and sequential. The right side of the brain views reality in its big picture, intuitive way. If the right side of the brain saw reality as an emotionally moving painting, the left side of the brain would see it as a sequential order of ones and zeros. Now the problem is that most people are either exclusively left-brained or right-brained. They're one or the other. And they don't see the interest, they don't have any interest in their counterparts' skills. The left-brained person is mostly interested in going to school and making progress in academics so that they can make more money and get a better paying job and have more success in the real world. They don't really have an interest or see why they need art and expression and these more intuitive type of subjects. Whereas the right brain person, they have this big picture interpretation of reality. They know that there's more to life than real world success and money. So they're not interested in this kind of thing. They're much more interested in expressing themselves and experiencing reality. They don't see the need for these academic type of skills, these logical, rational, ordered, sequential skills. They usually don't have an interest or see why they need these things. However, both are completely necessary. You must be both left brain and right brain conscious if you want to reach the highest levels of consciousness and really understand what reality is. Because they're not opposites, they don't oppose each other. They're two sides of the same coin, and when they meet, then the circle completes and you see reality completely for what it is. And this is very necessary, and it's hard to get people like this because left brain individuals usually lack the intuition and passion to make progress in the creative forces that are necessary. And then the creative individuals see no need to learn logical and rational skills. But the problem is that these intuitive people, they'll get intuitions about reality and go, it feels to me like reality is this way. And it might make sense to them. But they need the logical skills to take that intuition and structure it, order it, and organize it into something real and solid and true. Because if you're just relying on, pure intuition and mystical qualities, you're just going to get irrational bullshit religion. And, that is no good. So we need artists. And I have a great affinity for artists. I love artists. I think that they're very passionate willed. I think they're excellent people. But I urge artists to start looking into these more academic, left brain type of things. Maybe philosophy, physics, or what have you. I am a big proponent of philosophy, and I think artists will have a common ground in philosophy, because philosophy really unites logic and art together. Because philosophy does see reality in a big picture sort of way, but it also organizes and structures the information into something real and intelligible. So I urge artistic individuals to start looking into these left brain type of skills. And for the left brain type of people, that's why I advocate psychedelics, because when a left brain person does psychedelics like marijuana, it sort of forces them into a right brain consciousness for a minute, and that can sometimes be enough to give them a wake-up call and for them to see, reality is much bigger than what I thought it was. The mind is much more complex and infinite than I had previously thought, and it can force them into that and sort of wake them up. Now, for the artistic individuals, they usually don't see a reason why they need these logical and rational skills, but they have a will and passion and desire. They have these things. And that's why I have a great interest in artistic people, because I think that certain ones, smart ones, if they were given a reason to look into these left brain activities, they would apply their will and creativity to it and make amazing strides and breakthroughs. Because we're going to start to make real progress once left brain and right brain unite. We're going to make real progress when creativity and logic and reason unite. When intuition and reason unite, then we're going to make real progress. We need artistic physicists. We need creative biologists. We need thespian chemists. Chemists would always come in handy. DMT. But my point is that if you want to be as conscious as possible, if you really want to be hyper aware, you need both. You need the intuition, passion, and will of the right brain, but you need to focus it, structure it, and organize it with the academic sequential skills of the left brain. And once these two unite, then nothing is impossible. You can really start to understand exactly what reality is. And again, I'm never very specific because I want people to discover this for themselves. Because when you discover it from yourself, it's much more satisfying, much more gratifying, much more effective. I don't just want to tell you this is the way things are. I want you to discover it for yourself.